COVID actually shined a light on how we had neglected our food chain, and it also shined a light on where our whole system was broke. So we felt like we could actually fill a void that was existing. My name is Perry Harrison, and I'm an owner-operator of Harrison Harvesting with my wife, Shelley, and we are here in Carlisle, Kentucky. I actually grew up on a ranch in West Texas. We've been around cattle my entire life. My father was a defense attorney, and we were in a small West Texas town, probably not even 10,000 people. He involved me in the business from day one to the point to where I knew what it took to actually try to make money and always try to appreciate what you have, whether it's the land, whether it's the animals. Nature always came first. It's very important for me and my family to know where our food comes from. And we just got frustrated. We'd always raised our own beef, always had our own animals to slaughter and keep in the freezer, and COVID backed everything up to where we couldn't get anything harvested for 6, 8 months, a year. And whenever I would come up here and talk to my buddies, they were like, man, same thing's happening here. We can't get an animal in. At the time, my father and he was always my worst critic, and I wrote a business plan out just trying to spell out Harrison Harvesting. And it was the only thing that he has ever said, you know what, I think you're onto something. He said, I think this is gonna be a good idea because there's obvious holes in it right now. I was trying to figure out the logistics of even building a facility. I knew the size, the scope, I knew where I wanted to be, but be honest, I had no idea really what it was gonna take to get to that point. I was trying to look through everything, go online and just start going down rabbit holes and finding anything I could. Friesla popped up. And I was very intrigued about a lot of the way that they're built, the way the government views them as equipment. It seemed like it was just going to streamline the process immensely compared to me trying to go, just build a brick and mortar straight from scratch. And so I did reach out to Bob Lauder, and we had a good long talk. He invited me out, so I flew out to Washington and spent some time out there with the factory where they were being built, and also saw some in use. Our initial model was strictly going to be the harvesting side. But in doing that and knowing where we wanted the harvesting side to go, we knew that we were going to have to fill in some gaps with our own animals, which ultimately led to the retail side. We did not want to become a corporate giant in any way or means. We basically wanted to keep it local, but we wanted to be something different. We wanted to be big enough to where we could facilitate all of the community if need be, but also be big enough to where we can attract commercial clients and kind of grow our business organically that way. Bourbon Barrel Beef as a brand means it is natural. It is a local, regional, recognizable name because of the bourbon influence within the state of Kentucky. We do tie into it a little bit because we are finishing our animals with distiller's grains. As far as the actual bourbon barrel beef retail side is, we knew that we were going to have the animals and the work for the folks to do, but in doing that I wanted to make sure if we're going to put our name on it, we had the best quality product that we could provide.
My name is Shelley Harrison. I am head of HR and marketing of Harrison Harvesting. I love being able to be there, meeting the customers, getting their feedback, helping them understand, sharing our story some more, and just being able to have a more personal relationship with the people that are coming in. They don't have to buy something that's close to what they want. They can get exactly what they want. And if they aren't sure about something, if they have a question, if they're trying to compare, different products and they're concerned about prices, we're there to help them and give them the best product that we can for the price and the budget that they can afford.
Our meat's 100% natural. It's cut the morning of, Monday through Friday, so we're trying to get back to where you know where everything comes from. It's hormone free, and you can feel good about feeding your kids the food.
Most people think that their meat just comes from a box. They don't realize what all goes into the processing and raising that animal to give you that quality meat.
Hi, I'm Katrina Carpenter. I'm Operations Manager with Harrison Harvesting and Processing. As Operations Manager, you're covering the whole aspect of the plant from slaughter to processing, ensuring that we are compliant to regulations, that we are sanitary, and that we're meeting customer times and
those dates and expectations and the quality. I have experience with food safety. HACCP is a whole different ballgame. So Chris with Friesla Systems, he was my mentor. So he was there to help train our crew and the HACCP plan, and he was there to help us when we started the first week and just kind of walk through, and being the first time for me in the harvest and the processing of meat. It was a huge benefit to have Chris there from Friesla. You can be an equipment provider without the service. You can be the service provider without the equipment. You're both in that aspect with the personal relations to go along with it. So it's just a well-rounded package.
It's been very helpful having Friesla in our corner in a lot of different ways. We have called multiple times, hey, this is happening. You know, is this normal? Is there something that this could be done? Can we change this? The follow-through has been second to none, and throughout the entire process, they have been extremely helpful, not only with providing us with folks that would come out and visit on-site and actually make sure things were operational, whether it be on the USDA side or just the operations side. It wasn't one of those things where it's like, okay, we built the product, we've delivered the product, good luck, let us know how everything works. Local meat processing is extremely important, and we didn't realize how important until we actually opened and started hearing the feedback. We have been blown away at our reception from our local community and even surrounding communities. There is a movement away from mass production and more regional producers as far as the meat production and the supply. I'm excited to see how different states have actually promoted and helped fund a lot of these projects, knowing that it needs to be more of a regional product as far as, you know, meat and just the food chain in general, as opposed to one or two or three or four giant that provide the entire country. I'm excited to see it's taking foothold, and the general public is very receptive to it, and we're extremely appreciative and lucky to be a part of it.
For the last decade, our careers have been completely different, and to be able to slowly kind of integrate our two different worlds together and do this and build it and watch this dream that he started with, you know, become a reality and watch it become successful. I can't imagine not being by his side to do it.